Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Thousands across Hong Kong have rushed to snap up the final edition of the pro-democracy newspaper, the Apple Daily, which closed its doors after 26 years. Hours after the company announced its closure, supporters of the tabloid gathered outside its office even as heavy rain fell. They lit their phone flashlights as a show of solidarity and shouted supporting slogans. The final edition was a tribute to its readers, with the headline, "Hong Kongers bid a painful farewell in the rain." The publication decided to shut down after its reports were accused of breaching a national security law, leading to a freeze on company assets. A huge rescue operation is underway in Florida after a 12-story building partially collapsed, killing at least one person. Images show a huge pile of rubble hanging down one side of a residential apartment building. At least one woman has died and 8 people have been injured, although that figure is likely to rise. There are fears that others are trapped in the debris. The collapse is said to have occurred at around 2 a.m. local time. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue said they had sent 80 vehicles to the scene, and police are also assisting with the rescue operation. The Ethiopian army has denied that civilians were targeted or killed in the airstrike at Togogo village outside Tigray's capital Mekelle. The army's spokesperson told journalists that the airstrike's targets were rebel fighters who were gathered to celebrate Martyrs' Day. Eyewitnesses and hospital sources said dozens might have been killed or injured in the airstrikes. Colonel Getnet has also denied claims by rebel fighters of military gains, including control of some key areas. A priest has been arrested in Athens in Greece after he threw acid on 7 bishops of the Greek Orthodox Church. The attack took place during a disciplinary hearing against the 36-year-old priest. 3 bishops are being treated in hospital for burns, mostly on their faces. A policeman who ran to help the bishops was also taken to hospital. The suspect was a priest accused of being involved in drug trafficking. The lawyer of the technology entrepreneur John McAfee says his family are enraged and in pain after his death in prison.
Okay, Sammy, I was just sitting down with Reuters News.
McAfee, the antivirus software pioneer, died by suicide in a Barcelona prison after the Spanish High Court authorized his extradition to the United States on tax evasion charges. He had been on the run for several years. His lawyer said McAfee was found strangled in his cell and that his family would seek to establish responsibility for his death. US pop star Britney Spears has launched an attack on what she calls an abusive conservatorship that has controlled her life for 13 years at a court hearing.
Oh, hey, hey! Ho, ho! Conservatorship has got to go now! Free Britney now! Free Britney now!
Speaking in open court for the first time in the case, she accused her father of completely controlling her. She said she had been denied the right to have more children and put on the psychiatric drug lithium against her wishes. Her father, Jamie Spears, was granted control over her affairs by court order in 2008. And finally, more than 300 sea lions have taken over the beaches of Tome in Chile. According to local authorities, the sea lion's descent on the coast could be caused by the presence of killer whales, one of the sea lion's natural predators. The animals are so numerous that some have been moving inland, confusing local pets in the process. No major incidents have been registered so far in Tome as a result of the sea lion's arrival, but authorities have asked people not to feed or approach the animals. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.